read in the article that this kind of was a spiritual journey for
Yeah.
you, or a spiritual awakening. Would you?
Yeah, so I went through Catholic school all the way through 8th grade, and then I went to a public high school. And I when I left the Catholic school, things didn't it was everything blew up.
Mm,
It wasn't good when I left. So I lost a whole bunch of faith and spirituality and my religion. And I just was kind of going through, and it's hard to go through life. And I don't care what higher power you believe in, if you're Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have a higher power, I think personally, it makes me a better person. So I don't necessarily believe in all of the teachings of one faith, because I think that some faiths could use some growing room as well. Like there should be no reason that people feel excluded from something that is supposed to be inclusive. And so I would consider myself to be now more spiritual than religious. And if you would have told me that I would have said those words out loud 5 years ago, I would have laughed at your face, because
yeah.
I was like, how can you be spiritual and not religious?
Hmm.
But there is really a way to be spiritual and not religious. And I went to Catholic services there. I knew what to do because I had been through Catholic schools and everything. And it just doesn't seem like that is the home for me, the Catholic faith. Not necessarily, um, just because I just see the world differently now than I did before. Whereas before I would have said, yes, I'm a Catholic. It's just when you have people who want you to fit into this mold, and when you don't actually have those beliefs, it's hard to fit into that mold. And I do align myself morally, I would say, with the Catholic faith. But there are just some things that I just don't agree with the way they treat some people, and I just would like something more inclusive. And if that means that I have to be spiritual and not religious and still include most of my faith to be that, I'll do that until the Catholic faith catches up to where
Yeah.
we are. Like,
Right.
it's just hard when with religion. It's hard because sometimes religion gets left behind in old traditions
Hmm.
and can't grow as quickly as the people around it can. And not to say that it won't get there, I truly believe it will, because people want to be good and they want to be inclusive and they want to love everybody. But right now, that's not what the leadership is doing.
Do you think that happens in our lifetime?
mm, I wouldn't, with everything that's going on, I think we're about to hit a huge transition in how we work, how we live, what our values are, what we want for our lives. And I think that when we hit that, it will be hard for faith to not catch up.
Mm.
My cousin lives in New York City, and she commuted to work every single day, and now her office has decided that they are more efficient at home, and now she only has to go in 1 day a week, which means that she can move down the shore into a nice house by her mom so that her kids can have their grandparents nearby in a nice school, and she doesn't have to live in Manhattan anymore to work in Manhattan. And it's things like that are changing, and I think that when people change the way that they are in their home life, I think that they're going to search for religions to change too.
Mm.
Just like I think that with the cannabis industry, I think that that's going to be taking off here shortly too,
Right.
for kind of the same reasons.
Yeah. No, I can totally see that as well. And I've had like similar, like my own personal religious
Mm-hmm.
experience and growth, and raised Jewish. I
Mm-hmm.
consider myself like culturally Jewish now, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel the same, that like religion in itself is just like a sense of community for people,
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
and like you know the I think people are searching for that and like that human interaction, and it's just another excuse for people to go out and connect.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, how could you? Yeah, I completely agree. How could you not want a community of people who are like-minded? But I think that people there it tries to be a one size fit all, and it's just it will never be.
Right.
Um, just because people have such different experiences in their lives,
Hmm.
so it's just never going to be a one size fits all. And I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see it in our lifetime. I think we're going to see huge changes now.